Did you know that web pages that load in 5 seconds compared to those that load in 19 seconds have on average 70% higher visitor sessions? Think about it. Your client is excited to find out about your product or services, clicks on your website, and just waits and waits and waits. So eventually they move on. Now, there are a number of ways to improve your website's page speed, and I'm just going to list them here. Not all of them, just a few of them. The first thing you can do is you can look at website code optimization. So you can get a developer to look at the code of your website and try to optimize the code in such a way that your website actually loads faster. Second thing that you can do is using smaller image files. Now, if you have a lot of high resolution images, those images take up a huge amount of space, which means when somebody looks at your website, that's a lot more data that they have to download. So sometimes if you use a optimized images or smaller images, it can actually help your website load faster. Then you can link videos or embed videos using YouTube's player instead of uploading the file onto your web page itself. This is detrimental to your page speed and it will slow down your website by quite a bit. Lastly, you can try removing plugins that use vast amounts of system resources. I found this particularly helpful in my WordPress websites, whereby you just have some plugins that don't work with the other plugins and that actually cause problems, and that can make your website run slower. Now, all of that being said, have you ever given any thought to the hardware that your website is running on? Okay, so let's talk about solid state disk drives or SSD drives. You can think of a solid state disk drive as like the memory cards that you get in your mobile phone. Well, that's essentially what a solid state disk drive is. And it's much faster than a traditional hard drive because it has fewer moving parts and it's able to basically read and write data much faster. How much faster, you might ask? Well, it's between 5 to 20 times faster in read and write speeds than your traditional hard drives. So where your traditional hard drive can read and write data at about 80 to 100 megabytes per second, a solid state disk drive can perform at a phenomenal speed of between 200 to 550 megabytes per second. So what does this have to do with your website? Well, did you know that most hosting providers' entry-level packages currently only use the traditional hard drives, which means your current website could be affected? Here's how you check your website's page speed. Now, there are a number of great ways to check the speed of your website. WordPress also has a wide number of plugins that do this, but I suggest using Google Page Speed Insights as it's from Google. I'll leave a link in the description below. You can check it out and tell me what you find. The process of switching from hard drive hosting to SSD hosting is relatively simple. You will need to find a hosting company that uses SSD drives for storage. Fortunately, all Neptune Design hosting plans come with SSD drive storage as standard. And we also have a 60-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not happy with the results, you can always switch back to your normal hosting provider. And if you're currently using a different hosting provider, the process of migrating all of your emails and website over is relatively straightforward. And you can always count on one of our knowledgeable hosting experts to help. I've included the links below if you want to take up hosting with us. I've also included a discount voucher so that you can have 15% off your first purchase from our website. In business, Anything that can give you a competitive edge over your peers is always welcome. Having a faster page load speed could lead to more website conversions, more website visits, and more website leads. Investing in the SSD platform for your website is definitely a great move. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Devin from Neptune Design.